Hello, I'm Burt Green, this is the Burt Locker, and this is the Casuals Guide to UFC Vegas 76, headlined by Sean Strickland and Abus Magomedov, who is someone I'm not really familiar with. It's why this is a bit of a weird card, because it's headlined by Sean Strickland, we're aware of, he's quite a prominent name, but Magomedov, he's kind of come out of nowhere. It's very interesting. It's an interesting card. This is a Casuals Guide, so this is for the casual fans of the sport, because casual fans built the sport, right? People throw the term casual around in MMA forums like it's an insult. How dare you enjoy something on a casual basis? That's crazy, right? No, look, end of the day, without casual fans who actually pay for pay-per-views, the sport would be nowhere. Casuals built the sport, casuals unite. Anyway, this is basically, it's a preview of the entire card. I'll go through every single fight with notes on every fighter, and it's about 15 minutes, so it's just a fast, fun, informative run-through of the entire card. Sound good? Stay with me for Casuals Guide to UFC Vegas 76. Right, we're starting off in the heavyweight division, kicking it off with the big boys. Alexander Romanov taking on Blagoy Ivanov, 6'2", plays 5'11", with a 2-inch reach for Romanov. Romanov was a killer on his way up. He's got good submissions, he's got very good power, but when he ran into the top guys, he kind of got found out a little bit. So Ivanov, he is a hard man. He's been shot, stabbed, all sorts. Fighting in a cage is a day off for this fella. It just doesn't even faze him, right? He's never even been KO'd. He's been subbed once, but he's never been knocked out. He's so tough. Romanov should win this one. This is kind of a get back on track fight. Blagoy Ivanov, he is tough. He is really good, but he is beatable. If Romanov doesn't beat this guy, he probably ends up in Bellator next, honestly. Then you've got Ivana Petrovic taking on Luana Carolina in the 125-pound ladies division, 5'8", plays 5'6". Petrovic is from Norway, not Germany, which is weird. The stat guys got that wrong. Her record 6-0, mostly finishes. She is booming as well. I will say that. She is real easy on the eyes. Carolina, she's a solid fighter. To debut against, she's good, if unspectacular. So look, I'm going to roll the dice on the new chick in that one. I'll take Petrovic. You've got Guran Kutaladze taking on Elvis Brenner. This is the lightweight division. 5'11", plays 5'10", with a half-an-inch reach for Brenner. Now, Guram, he's another one of these Georgian killers, right? He's an absolute assassin. He would be like an assassin in a small-time gang in Georgia if he wasn't doing this. Or either that, he would be on a fishing boat, on the new season of Deadliest Catch, looking at the state of him. Either way, look, he's a very angry man, and he's a skilled fighter. He's got nice striking. Brenner, he's a submission guy from Brazil. Most of his subs were pre-UFC, though, so we're going to see how he gets on. I'm going to take the angry Georgian in this one. I think he's an absolute killer, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Yana Santos, formerly Kunitskaya, taking on Carol Rosa. You've got Yan, she's the wife of Thiago Santos, got married. She's pretty good. She beat Ketlin Vieira, who I quite rate, to be fair. And she had a break, she had a child, and now she's back. She lost to Holly Holm, but Holly Holm's pretty good. It remains to be seen how she's going to get on in this second phase of her career. Carol Rosa, BJJ black belt. She's got decent striking. She's got very good grappling. She usually uses it to control. She doesn't get that many subs for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu player, which is a little bit weird. I'm going to take Yana Santos to get the decision in that one. You've got Joe Anderson Brito taking on Weston Silva. Now, Brito is pretty good, to be fair. High finish rate. He knocked out Andre Fili as well. Wilson, he's got his debut. He's got very good submissions, but only on the regionals. For me, Brito should take this one, because if he's good enough to beat Fili, then that's a pretty good scalp, to be fair. And then you've got Kevin Lee taking on Rinat Fakhretdinov from Russia. I struggle with some of these names, not going to lie. Anyway, 5'10", plays 6 foot with a 3-inch reach for Kevin Lee. Now, Kevin Lee's been welcomed back to the UFC. He started really well. He had a lot of hype behind him, very good wrestling. And then he kind of ran into some of the top competition in the division, and he got beat up a little bit. He left the UFC, and then he beat the crap out of Diego Sanchez. That fight should never have been sanctioned. Why is Diego Sanchez still being sanctioned? It's not right. Anyway, That's the only fight he's had since he got cut from the UFC, and now he's back. So he's taking on Rinat, who's, well, I'm going to call him Rinat because I can pronounce his first name. His last name is Fakhretdinov. Anyway, he's a Russian killer. He is. He's an absolute destroyer. He uses a lot of ground and pound. He's only been beaten once, 20-1. That's a good record. Look, this is not a treat for Kevin Lee, honestly. This is a horrible matchup. On current form, I think that the Russian smashes Kevin Lee here, in all honesty. It'd be interesting to see, though. I do think that Kevin Lee has got the skill set to do a lot in the lightweight division. He just needs to kind of put it all together. He's not that old. You know, he could still... There is still a universe where he could become champion, is all I'm saying. Anyway, main card. If I could ask you to subscribe, please, that would be amazing. Obviously, let me know in the comments who you're picking this week. I might read them, I might not. Who knows? Anyway, Bruno Ferreira, 10-0, taking on Nursultan Razibnov from Uzbekistan. Ooh. Anyway, Bruno, he's the Hulk. He's a tank as well. He is a scary man. He's 10-0, all finishes, right? He knocked out Robocop, Gregory Rodriguez, like, who is a monster in himself. Look, Bruno Ferreira is a monster. He is a real problem. Razibiov is no slouch either. He's had 42 fights and he's won 34 of them, right? Of those 34, he's only been to a decision twice. He's finished all of the rest of them. God, this might be fight of the night, guys. This might well be fight of the night. Bruno Ferreira, Nursultan Razibiov, fight of the night. Anyway, he's a submission... Razibiov is a submission machine, sorry. Yeah, no, good fight this one. Anyway, look, I can't bet against the Hulk here. He's just such a beast. But, you know, Razibiov, he has great grappling. Look, this is going to be a great fight. I'm going to pick Ferreira, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Razibiov look good as well. Anyway, Ismail Bonfim taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. This is the lightweight division. Sorry, the fight before was middleweights as well. Forgot to say. 5'8", plays 5'11", with a 1.5-inch reach for Benoit. Bonfim is a very good striker. His last fight, he got McKinney with a flying knee. Very, very nice. You got to watch those attacks up the middle. He's very good at those. Benoit Saint-Denis is French Special Forces, well, ex-French Special Forces. He's an ice-cold killer, man, right? He's in the octagon. The octagon is like a day off, because, you know, he's seen some shit, you can tell. Very well versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He gets a lot of submissions. Above all, he is tough as old boots. He really is. I cannot pick against the Frenchman here. Honestly, I do like Saint-Denis. I think he's very, very good. I would take Saint-Denis by submission in that one. Ariana Lipski taking on Melissa Gatto in the ladies 125 division. 5'6", plays 5'5", with a 2-inch reach for Gatto. Now Lipski, elephant in the room, she is hot as hell. Yeah, very, very nice. Anyway, she's a good fighter as well. She's very solid in all areas. She's a bit hit and miss, so she's solid if unspectacular, in all honesty. So Melissa Gatto, it looks like she's in a right mood. She looks like the girl in the film getting picked on by the popular kids, in all honesty. She looks like she's about to stab somebody, and I hope she takes that energy into the cage, because I'm a fan of that energy. I'm a fan. She's got very good grappling. She's good at kicking range as well. She got Eubanks with a body kick. It was really, really nice. Anyway, I'll take Gatto here. I think that she's going to be slightly better at kicking range, which will be the difference in this one. Max Griffin taking on Michael Morales in the 170-pound welterweight division. 5'11", plays 6 foot, with a 3-inch reach for Morales. Max Griffin is a very good kickboxer. He can really mix it up, but he has had mixed results. Morales undefeated, 12 finishes out of 14, coming off 2 knockouts in the UFC. He is looking very, very promising. For me, Morales might be too much for Max Griffin here, but Max's style might play right into his hands. But then again, on the flip side, this should probably play out on the feet, and Max Griffin has excellent kickboxing. This should be a really entertaining fight. I'll take Morales. I think he's just got too much power. Damir Ismagulov takes on Grant Dawson in the lightweight division. 5'10", plays 5'10", with a 2-inch reach for Ismagulov. Ismagulov is a scary Russian cat, former M1 champion, grinding style. He will smother you given the chance. He's a master of sport and hand-to-hand combat, and he looks like he is as well, in all honesty. Grant Dawson, undefeated in the UFC. He's got very good submissions, very good at the high percentage submissions, taking the back, The back is king. We all know that. Back is king. He gets those rear naked chokes all over the place. He's really very, very good. Very high level BJJ black belt there. I quite like Dawson in this one, honestly. I do not know if Ismagulov's going to be able to bully him in the way that he likes to bully people when he gets the wins. I think that Dawson's very, very strong. He's got very good grappling. I like Dawson to take the back and to get a rear naked choke. That's my pick for that one. And then you've got the main event of the evening. Sean Strickland taking on Abus Magomedov. 6'1", plays 6'2", with a 2-inch reach for Magomedov. Strickland, he is a real character. He spars every day. His striking timing is really, really top notch. His stamina is off the charts and he loves violence. He loves fighting. He really gets off on it, you can tell. He's in the right job. He's bloody entertaining as well. I like him. I like all his press conferences. I'm a big fan. He does fight very upright though. But I think that's just because he likes that kind of boxing style. And his timing is spectacularly good. It really is, because he spars so often that his fight timing is fantastic. Now, Magomedov, he's a bit out of left field, man, honestly. He's in the main event, and I'm not super familiar with him. Like, he's had one fight in the UFC that he finished with a front kick in 19 seconds, so that's probably why he's been given the main event slot here. He's had 14 knockouts on his record as well. This guy might be legit. The UFC have seen something in Magomedov to put him in the main event. His first fight, he finished in 19 seconds. It was a really nice front kick. Go back and watch it. Beautiful. Look, for me, I don't know, maybe the hype is real. I think that might be enough for me to get on the hype train of Magomedov, but I will still be cheering on Sean Strickland because I'm a big fan of Sean Strickland. I think that the UFC needs more characters like Strickland in the sport. And you know what? Strickland is a savage. He really is. This is a tough fight for Magomedov. It really is. But it's a tough fight for Strickland. It's a very good matchup on paper, honestly. My pick is Magomedov, but I do want Strickland to win, if I'm being totally honest. And that's all I've got time for this video. So I'll be recapping the fights next week at some point. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please give me a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of thing. And until next time, keep those odds long and those bets terrible. Thank you for watching.